South Africa has secured around $24 billion in new investments. This was announced at the inaugural South Africa Investment Conference in Sandton. The conference is the brainchild of President Cyril Ramaphosa as part of efforts to revive the economy, grow key industries and create jobs. Sumitra Nydoo was at the conference.
Hundreds of local and international companies heeded the president's call. Foreign business is encouraged by the president's commitment. Local businesses, too, are feeling more optimistic.
As you know, the economy is not doing very well at this point in time. And there are many challenges for small businesses like ours. But we are in business. You know, business has its ups and downs, and we have to ride through the storm. And we are still confident that with all these interventions by the government, ably led by the president, that business will thrive. Yeah.
And he also made a very strong case that the private sector investment, both from the local South African companies, multinationals, African multinationals like MTN, and of course global multinationals, that they have a very key role to play in stimulating investment and growth and job creation. So that's super important. And then I think the third big message he said was that the state needs to make sure that this is an environment where corporates will get the right kind of returns from their investments. So we need policy certainty, we need an efficient infrastructure, ports, roads. So I just think very, very encouraging message for the business community.
Several big companies have pledged to invest in South Africa, but it's nowhere near the $100 billion that the president was looking for. It is important to note, though, that this is the first investment conference to be held and that the president set a target of 5 years in order to raise that figure. Ramaphosa is off to a good start. He managed to bag around $15 billion so far. More investments are expected in the coming days. But as the money rolls in, immediate action is also required.
I think the focus that the president highlighted, focusing on infrastructure development, I think that's crucial. Some of the sectors he mentioned in terms of energy, transport, I think are absolutely important. The question is, are we able to implement those policies and actually make it happen? We've mentioned this in the past, we haven't done the implementation, so we need to see more substance behind the rhetoric rather than just simple statements of intent.
South Africa certainly needs a boost, with growth forecast at just 0.7% this year. The wheels seem to be turning, but the president wants the country to fire on all cylinders. Sumitra Nydoo, CGTN, Sandton, South Africa.